I'm about to tell you what women don't tell you, but we just expect that you should be like this. I'm about to help you out in your marriage because all women want the same thing from their husbands. There's not been one woman I've talked to that has said, no, that's not what I want. All are like, yeah, yeah. If my husband was like that, yeah. So without a doubt, y'all, a woman has to feel secure. And by secure, excuse me, I don't mean that you need to go out punching people in the face for me, even though there's times where maybe that is what you need to be doing, maybe. But what we mean by secure is if something goes wrong, we need you to be the very first one to be like, babe, I got your back. What's going on? Sit down. Let's talk about it. Don't worry about this. Let's do this. I'll take care of it. That's the security that we need. And a lot of times, guys, you just let everything go right over your head. God bless your souls. But I think what men are missing now, and this is why women are so frustrated, is that the woman was made to be the man's helper. And the women have all this stuff on our back. Like, if you ever seen Labyrinth and there was that character, the old lady who had like a bunch of stuff piled on her back and she's hunched over. She's hunched over and she's, going around the junkyard, picking up stuff, putting more stuff on her back. It's like that for us women. And the men are like, I think his name is Hoggle. It's been so many years since I seen Labyrinth, but you just got your little purse. And I'm not saying that's all the way you carry it. I promise that's not what I'm saying. But that's exactly what's happening is we're carrying all this weight and we want our man to be like, "Excuse me, ma'am. That's way too heavy for you. Let me get majority of that. Let's sit down, let's talk, let's even out this weight. Let's do like we want y'all to handle stuff. Like flat out handle everything. And we're supposed to help you. Women love to help their husbands. There's nothing I love more than when my husband says, "Hey babe, can you help me hang this up? Hey babe, can you?" I love that. Like for me at least, personally. It's a turn on. So, but what's not a turn on for us, and all women have said this same thing, is when we have boxes and we have a baby in our hands and we have a cleaning rag in this hand and you just keep walking by and sit on the couch. Promise you, turn off, turn off, turn off, turn off. Every woman has said the same thing. It's like this. If you don't believe me, women, let me talk to you for just a second. When we're watching these movies or reading a book and the main character is a man, and let's say somebody did something to his wife or kids or whatever, and that man tears up this whole world, like making sure that his wife and kid are safe. Is that or is that not like the most attractive thing? Like watching, isn't it attractive? I bet you all women, in fact, if I'm wrong, women, tell me I'm wrong. But if I'm right, tell me I'm right. It's so attractive. It's so manly. Regardless of what the world is saying right now, no woman likes a soft man. And by soft, I'm not talking about you can't have emotions and all this stuff, but like a wimpy man. You don't work, you don't cook, you don't clean, you don't help, you don't vacuum, you don't do this, you don't, take care of the bills. You like that's a soft man. When I say soft man, that's what I'm referring to. And no woman likes it. All women, 10 out of 10, are going to complain if you are not a man that can pull up your sleeves, throw some mud on your face, and get dirty, honey. The second one is probably the hardest one for you guys to hear, but we want y'all to listen. I read something years ago. I don't remember from where, but it said women talk like 10 more times than a man or something crazy like we just talk. And I know as men, because even as women, we were like, "Oh, would you shut up?" And women, I'm going to have a video on us pretty soon because we're just as bad. But anyway, We want you guys to listen to what we're saying. And when I say listen, I literally mean listen. Listen to us. One of my pet peeves is when I'm talking and my husband, I can tell he's not listening to me, but I really want him to listen to what I have to say because I have nobody else to talk to. Or I don't want to talk to, like, I don't want to call my friends up. I want to talk to my husband about this. So that gets very frustrating. And remember, we married each other. So you're supposed to be my life partner. We're supposed to be their life partner. And communication, number one, is key on every single issue, happy thing, whatever. Communication is key. So, guys, as much as y'all hate it, I don't blame you for hating it, but you have to listen to what we're saying and say something back more than just go, really? Oh, okay. Like, we as women immediately feel unheard because that's what we are. We're literally unheard. And again, remember what I just said about feeling secure. We need you out of all people to always make us feel secure. And the more silent you are, the more uh, toned out that you are, the more we withdraw and the more attitude comes. Promise you, we will get attitude if we felt like we're not heard. Number three is we need your support in our passions and in our stupid things that we want to talk about or do. So, for instance, I'm a gardener. Let's just say that my husband never supported my gardening habits or hobbies. And he just completely neglected when I wanted to show him the garden, how proud I was of the garden, for him just go, oh, yeah, it looks nice. That is such a letdown. It really is a letdown. Like, one of my favorite things that my husband does is I do videos now. And my husband has bought 100% of all my video equipment, like flat out. And to me, that has been like him showing that he cares, and he's constantly, like, even today, like, he was bringing me laptops and different cameras and this and this and this, and he was like showing interest that he cared that I care. And that's what we really need from you guys, is to know that you actually care, not you giving lip service. Because women, guys, real talk, I promise you, we know when you're playing us. We know when you're playing us. We know when you're not listening. We know when you're not there. We know when you don't care. We know. And the more that we know, the more you're in trouble. Like, as crappy as that sound, God built us with these steroids on knowing stuff. And that's why you can watch all these comedy videos, these movies, these songs talking about how a woman knows. And if a woman knows, you're in trouble, because it's true. So the more that you show that you care, not say that you care, show that you care, because women, we want to see action. We're really into action. It is such a turn on and it's such a win. And I promise it changes everything. Number four is honesty. We have to hear the truth. There's a lot of women out there, especially nowadays, unfortunately. I'm so sorry, guys, but they want you to lie your tail off to them. If you're a woman like me, you want the God's honest truth. You want to be, as a woman, we want to be the person that no matter what, you come to us and you say, I lost it, I broke it, I messed up, I don't like it, blah, 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 blah. I tell my husband all the time, he could be my witness. Just be honest with me about anything and everything. Like, the more honest you are with me, even as just a person in general, the more honest you are with me, the more I respect you, because you're not over here trying to butter my ear. You're not over here trying to make me feel good. You're telling me something that I need to hear. Not that I want to hear, but that I need to hear. And as a Christian woman, truth has to triumph over everything. Truth has to always be, no matter how we feel, no matter what's going on, no matter the scenario, we have to know the truth. And so, at least for me, and I think for majority of women, especially Christian women, we want to know that you're telling us the truth and you're not lying, because lying is coming from the enemy. And like with my husband, God bless him, I'm so blunt. I am so blunt. Like, if he ever accused me of lying, I'd swear he was talking about another woman, because I tell him no matter what, how I feel, what happened, what's going on, whatever. Like, I flat out tell him. That way I'm never caught up in a lie. And guys, you are so bad about lying for no reason. Try telling your wife the truth and see where that gets you. Maybe in the beginning it'll hurt because she's not used to you telling her the truth, but just try it. Just try to be honest with her. Sit down and talk to her. Tell her, I broke the remote. No, I didn't go to work, or whatever the case is. But just try it and see how much better she trusts you and how much more freedom you're going to have. Because the more we can trust you, the longer that leash goes, guys. The longer it goes. And trust me, us as women, we will let that stuff tether if we can trust you. But the more you lie to us, the tighter that grip is going to be. Women, tell me if I'm lying right now. Number five is going to sound so like duh, but majority of households nowadays, this ain't happening. I guarantee you. Women, again, tell me if I'm wrong or right on this. We want y'all to be doing the stuff around the house. And by the stuff around the house, we have the cleaning and the cooking and stuff. And I'm not saying that you men don't do this stuff occasionally. But like, if the yard is broke, I mean, if the yard is, grass is growing taller than my chest and you're still sitting on your butt playing video games, turn off, dude, turn off. I shouldn't have to ask you, which I know you can see the same thing that I'm seeing. I shouldn't have to ask you, hey, can you go mow the yard? Or if you see something on the floor and there's just piles of stuff on the floor and you just walk right over it instead of just doing it. Like, I'm telling you guys, I keep repeating myself. All women, we all have called each other up and said the same thing. Like, dude, I know he sees that. And what is he doing? Sitting on his butt, doing nothing. This is irritating. I can't stand him. I lose so much respect for him. That's the number one thing I hear. I lost so much respect from him. And guys, as a man, what is the number one thing you guys want? Respect. You want your wife to respect you. But I'm telling you, you are doing everything in the world to make us not respect you, because respect is earned. It's not just something that you get. You don't just respect every single person that you meet, regardless of what the world is telling you. That's not how that works. Respect is earned. If I see somebody busting their tail and they're, you know, building a building and they're doing all this and they're running and stuff, I respect them. I'm going to go bring them water. I'm going to go, ask if they're hungry or something. Why? Because I can see that they're making an effort, and respect is gained that way. And so you guys have to understand that we need you guys to step up. Whatever level that you think is good enough, I promise you, you are falling 1,000 steps short. And nothing is more unattractive than a man who doesn't do anything. And guys, I know you go to work, okay? I know you go to work. But that's not all life is. You still have to take care of your household. You still have to watch your kids. You still have to do the yard work, etc. Fill in the blank. So stop thinking just because you go to work, that's good enough and you don't need to do nothing else. That's not at all biblical or logical, respectful, or honorable. This wasn't a rag session on men. This was something to try to hopefully help you guys out. Because when I say this will make dramatic changes in how your woman, just for one day, just test what I'm saying. Do those 5 things for one day and see how good your woman treats you. Lord have mercy. If that isn't the most attractive thing See how good she treats you. The worse you treat her, the more miserable you're going to be. The better you treat her, you're going to have everything. A woman will, I will serve you on my knees with a whole buffet if I have respect. Like no joke. I will do anything you ask me to do. If I have love, I'm secure, you're honest, you care for me, and you do something with your life. Without these five things, attitude, disrespect, loudmouth, betrayal, um, insecurity, crying all the time, like the more you do, the more I'm going to do. And a woman will outdo a man on these things any day when she feels secure. I promise you, I've seen it happen. You hear about it in counseling, you see it on the videos, you see what a woman would do in the movies, on the videos, on the books, in the books, I mean, because that's real. That is very, very real. And so don't worry, men. I'm going to have one on us women because we definitely, especially today's age, we fall very short. So I'm going to do a video for us very soon. But this, implement it today. Do it today and be consistent. We can't respect you if you do it for one day and then the other 364 you're back to the regular stuff. That you're not going to gain respect that way from a woman. We need consistency, and that does not mean that you're not going to have your off days. It does not mean that. That is not biblical. That is not realistic. But watch how different we handle those scenarios when we know this is how you are. This is a changed man. Just watch what it does for your marriage. It changes everything. Y'all have a blessed day. Bye.